involved and make a difference, because I hear you have been doing amazing things, helping with funding and getting the word out about the organization. But what made you make that decision?
Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to make this decision because I really just wanted to share my experience and share my story and just bring awareness to the lung cancer world and community, and just to let everybody know that anybody with lungs can get lung cancer.
Why is it so important for us to get screened?
Because there's a lot of testing that could be done now that, I'm so sorry. I wish I would have known these questions prior. Okay, hold on.
It's okay. It's okay if you're a smoker, but also if you're over the age of 59, you should go in and you should get a screening. You should get a test. So why is that important?
It's important because, as you know, a lot of even younger generations of women, especially women, are getting lung cancer. And what's going on, I really want everybody to just remember that we know our bodies very well. So unfortunately, if the screening is not done and caught early, at least you could actually take that extra step by advocating for yourself. Remember that if something feels off or wrong, make sure that you go to the doctors. For instance, my story.
Yeah.
I started off with shoulder pain, and that's how I realized that I had lung cancer, is by going in and getting an X-ray for shoulder pain.
Wow. My friend Joanne, she felt the same thing, and she had quit smoking many years ago. Mm-hmm. But she went in for testing, and she had lung cancer, and she has been able to survive it. And it's so important to get screened. It really is. And I don't know if you know my story, but my stepdad, he died of pulmonary fibrosis, it was just, he died at the age of 50. So there's other complications besides lung cancer that we all need to consider, when it comes to lung health, for sure. What are some of the things that you have been doing, to bring awareness to American Lung Association?
Just going in public, sharing my story. I had the opportunity to communicate and share my story with senators at Washington, D.C., just to share my story and to let them know to continue to protect CDC and research, because research is so important. Research is why I'm still here living today. And so I'm just going to continue voicing my word and my all.
Yeah. You've got to tell your story.
Absolutely.
Because when people hear your story, it connects and it relates, and it lets people know, yes, that is important, and I need to go do that.
Yes.
Without a doubt. And it's funny because I just got an email from the American Lung Association. Let me read the headline. Almost half of Americans breathe unhealthy air, and so important for all of us to know. It could happen to anyone. That's why lung health is so important.
Exactly. It definitely is important. And studies are showing now that, they can't determine why people are getting lung cancer, even non-smokers. And what's, they're trying to figure out is why. And that research is so important. And we're hoping that, by people joining the walk and doing donations, we will continue that research to keep on going.
How can we protect ourselves from lung cancer? Are there preventative methods that you could share?
Preventative.
And we all have the time, but why is it so important for so many people to be there?
It's important because this is going to be a time for us to share this moment, to walk for others who have passed, to walk for the ones that are still living. And then for research. Research is the one that's keeping me alive today, allowing me to be with my family, allowing me to enjoy, these special moments. And if anybody could just donate $5, it could go a long way, and it would really just mean a lot to everyone, including myself.
Research and to make sure people get screened. Why is it so important for you to share your story? and what I mean by that is, earlier you said that you're young, and you weren't a smoker, and so those types of things, I want people to be aware that it could affect them too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So
So lung cancer, when people think about lung cancer, a lot of people think that lung cancer is for individuals that have a high risk factors. And I do want to share my story because I want others to know that that's not the case. It could happen to anyone. Anyone with lungs, including individuals that have one lung. And it's just important for you to make sure that you get that screening done if needed.
perfect out there.
Oh my God, I need a second. My mind is just like...
About lung cancer. Or about lung.
Oh, if you could catch it a lot earlier, in stage, what you can do is if you catch it earlier, there's even ways of surgically removing the lung. There's so many options, treatments, surgery, targeted medications. With research, it's extending people's lives. And it is important to just remember to listen to your body. Because if you notice that something is if you're not feeling well, if you have pain, just make sure that you do go in and let your primary doctor know. And don't give up if nobody knows your body but yourself.
May I suggest?
And the lung force walk.
I noticed that they were having a organization for a pickleball tournament. And it was for for a lung force tournament that they were hosting, and I wanted to be part of it. And I sent a message just letting them know that I didn't want to be on a team, but I just wanted to be part of it, especially because I was a survivor. And that's when I reached out to Rita and Michelle, and they shared. I told them that I would like to be part of this organization, and then we ended up communicating and to share my story actually at the pickleball organization, which was an amazing event. And I know that we raised a lot of money that went towards research, and it was just such a great cause, and I was part of it.
Mm-hmm. So encourage everybody why they should be at the lung force walk.
Because this is gonna open up so many more doors. Research has saved my life, and I know that everybody that goes and they're able to communicate with others, meet others, donate, it's going to just mean a lot in the end.
There's a great sense of community, and people can find out more about lung health at the walk. One of my favorite things is the kids get to explore and learn while they're there.
Yes.
And we have fun too, and we hear stories of survival.
Yes.
And that's all good.
Yes.
By the way, I want to remind everybody, lung.org, if you want to find out more about lung health. And what is it, ALA? What's the local San Diego?
lungforcewalk.org/San Diego.
And we want to encourage you to join us, and you can do that by getting information at Lung Force Walk San Diego, lungforcewalk.org/San Diego.